Welcome, everybody, to Mike and Tea Talks. That's what we decided to name it, yeah,
Yes,
for the time being.
for the time being.
We are husband and wife, as many of you might know, and most of you might not. Um, we are basically talking about all things relationships because we see a lot of stuff online every single day and we laugh about it. So we figure why not start a podcast, start some conversations, maybe a few arguments,
Just have a little fun with it.
pretty much. So, full disclaimer, we are not relationship experts. We cannot help you with your relationship. We just here to talk about it. And if you want to talk about it too, then come join us. So today or tonight, we're talking about date nights. And we're also talking about who puts more effort into a new relationship. And when I say new, I mean like y'all are texting every day, staying up till 2 in the morning, like new. So we're going to start with the question of whether date nights are better when you have them out or when you have them inside the house. Before I got married, I would probably say that date nights were better outside the house.
Yeah, definitely outside the house especially when you're getting to know someone. You don't want them to know where you live and
I didn't
all
even
that.
think about that.
Yeah, so that's it's more comfortable out in public.
Yeah, but I mean, date nights out can be expensive. You go from spending like maybe $20, $30 on yourself to like what, $1,000 for two people.
1,000. Oh, you talking about over a course?
I'm exaggerating a little bit, but you know what I mean. But I will say that since we got married, like when we decided to start, dating again, like after we had Mari and all of that, we've done some pretty legit date nights in like we did the sip and paint that you
Yes,
put together.
right.
That was nice. That was his idea. We were coming back from where?
I can't even remember.
We were coming back from vacation, but it was like we were due for a date night.
Yeah, kind of just random. Probably seen it somewhere. And I was like, that would be fun to do. Something different. Save a little money. Just do something inside where it's just us.
So we vibed out and like we put on some Sade,
Yeah, that's my girl.
had some wine, and of course his picture turned out better than mine, but I held my own. And then I remember another date night where I called it movie night, and I
Mm.
blew up the air mattress and made a fort.
Make a little fort.
And I don't even remember what we watched, but it was just the fact that we were able to like be in that moment. Like you came home from work. I made the homemade, what we call a homemade popcorn, which is me popping kernels in a skillet.
Old school.
And I think we only had like party food, but it was dope.
Yeah,
What else
fun.
have we done for like a date night
Just
here
do
at the
just
house?
a simple game night.
Oh yeah, we've done game
Solving
night before.
mysteries.
We've done drunk game night before.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I remember that. We've done the crime scene um like date where you basically have to find the murderer or whatever. When we did that, he didn't want to do it because he was real hesitant because he was like, "What is this that you got me playing?" But then he got like really into it.
Yeah, turned out to be fun. Real
Yeah,
fun.
I always have good ideas. He be tripping. Now, our date nights out are always a good time, regardless of whether it's like us or we're double dating or whatever. A while back we used to basically have date night with another couple, but Michael got really into skating.
Yes.
So we have this place called Arkansas Stadium here. So we would get up when and he would get off work. We would go. Um I'm not gonna say that we were like regulars there,
No, definitely weren't regulars.
but we would go. It would be like every Saturday night, and you know, it was a date. But like y'all, when I tell you this man can do everything, like
Not everything.
everything, he lies.
I used to enjoy skating,
Everything.
so it was fun to get back into.
He would leave me. He would look up and I would be on the floor. And he would come over and be like, "How did that happen?" And I'm like, "Because I'm not a professional." But we would do that, and then another couple that we used to meet up there, we would go and get drinks later, and I kid y'all not, we would sit there and talk about everything under the sun for hours. And I kind of feel like, and babe, you tell me if I'm wrong. I feel like kind of that's what a date is supposed to be. Like you're supposed to be able to talk about
Whatever.
anything.
Yes, just whatever comes to mind. You
'Cause-
know, kind of get a gauge on and opinions on certain things. Just learning more about each other. You
Yeah.
never get tired of learning about your significant other,
And you never stop learning
and it
about your
never stop
significant
learning.
other
Right.
ever. It takes me back to when we had our first date. And we talked, we were on the border, we talked for hours about family, life, what we saw for ourselves in 10 years. Like, y'all, we were going deep. We solidified that we only wanted to talk to each other because I'm not a sharing type of person. Don't do that. So, we talked about everything, and I think that might be one of the reasons why like date nights are still so important. Please don't let anybody ever tell you they're not. Really, that's kind of how our whole situation, our whole relationship started, because instead of asking me did I want to Netflix and chill, I had somebody who was like, "Hey, the next time you're in town, we should go out." Meaning like we should go somewhere. And let me ask you, was that because I know you know what Netflix and chill is.
Oh yeah.
So why not ask me to just do that? Like to just hang out at the house. I know you said like it's better in public, but what made you just be like, I'm gonna ask this girl on a date?
For me, it's just showing that my intentions are real from the first date. So that's pretty much something up for me. Me, short and sweet.
Yes, I know. And your intentions were definitely good intentions. So let's do this. So Bay, describe your, not mine, perfect date night out.
Perfect date night out. Hmm. Probably would be let you pick out an outfit, my treat,
Would
find
you
the
have done
outfit.
that before?
Right. Get dressed nice, find a nice little restaurant that we could go to, real formal, candlelit, you know, take you get your favorite. You love a good steak.
Yes,
Yeah.
that's my jam right there.
Yeah. Sip some wine and like I said, just talk, you know. Like I said, never get tired of learning about my woman. You know, it just that's I feel like marriages last a long time, when you can communicate and talk and just talk and talk and talk and just like you learn something. I still learn something new about you every day, every week.
Really?
Yes.
That's
So I mean, it's
good to know.
just
That means you're paying attention.
right. So that's my ideal date. It's just something didn't have to be crazy. I just I just enjoy talking to you. You know,
Hmm.
real simple and just You're just perfect to me.
Yeah, it's
So
funny
yeah.
because he enjoys talking to me. I swear we will sit on the phone all day and not say a word.
Yep.
But that's our thing. Okay, so perfect date night in for you.
As in
Like in the house.
in the house.
Like what is the oh for real. Keep it PG.
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 I don't know. What you think?
um so for you, like
I
I
think more.
know.
I think more something PG but intimate, like a good massage or something.
Yeah.
Kind of
Yeah.
set the mood a little bit, you know.
Yeah, I feel that with some good food because we both are foodies. We both cook or we'll both order out or whatever. So I'm gonna give mine like my perfect date night out. Um, because we've had it before is like going to a lounge and vibing, you know. Lounges are my thing. So like finding somewhere that has some good food, low lighting, good drinks that aren't too strong, but if you're like me, you know, drinks start to flowing, that's where all of our good talks come from.
Yes.
Cause I mean, like we already communicate on a great level, but it's just like a loosening up type
Yeah.
thing once you start drinking. And I mean, we
Everybody.
talk about everything.
You open up
Like
a whole lot more.
you do, you really do. So, like for me, it'll always be like that lounge vibe where you don't have to worry about. I mean, you know, like they're playing good music, and you don't have to worry about no fight breaking out or nobody getting mad. Like, you know, we have our nights where we go to Bar Louie and we just sit and we listen to the music and
Yeah.
we have a couple drinks and we're just there, you know,
Right.
for the time being. Now, my perfect date night in, and I want to say, oh yeah, we've done it before. So my perfect date night in, um, will always be when like you're doing something but you still want to spend quality time. So I think my favorite date night in ever with us, you were playing Call of Duty and we were both on the couch, but you had Spotify going in the background and I was playing a game on my phone, and that's just like where we were in that moment. We weren't talking, but we were,
In each other's space.
yeah, like we were together. And you know me, I always love some good music. So
Right.
if the music is good, I can vibe out to pretty much anything. And the older I get, the more I realize like if it's not a lounge or if we're not chilling in the house, I really don't want a club.
Yeah.
I just we did it
Yeah. We
when
did
we were
it. It's
younger.
just I don't know. Things just different now.
Especially when you think about like having a kid and how stuff can just break out in the club. Like, don't nobody want to deal with all of that. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yes. Yes. Yes.
nobody wants to deal with that. So, okay, we're talking about dates. So, I got a story for you. Um, and it's the Am I the Asshole story. So, this one is Am I the Asshole for walking out on a guy on a date? So, this just happened, and I'm now discussing it with my flatmate who has a different view to me. We figured we'd see how everyone else feels. I, 32 female, just met a guy, 38 male, for a date. We started talking 2 days ago on Bumble, and he suggested we meet up after work for drinks today. We didn't speak much on the app. He said he preferred to go straight out for a drink, and I'm the same way. Anyway, I met him outside the bar around 5:30 p.m. and we went inside for a drink. He seemed nice, relaxed, chill. We sat down and talked a bit about the bar and the holiday I just got back from. All fine, but then it got weird. After that topic came to an end, I asked him how his day was. He said something like, "Yeah, fine. A bit long and stressful, but I'm glad it's the weekend soon." So I followed that up with, "So what do you do?" After that, he didn't say anything for a second, looked at me sort of aggressively, and then just said, "That quickly?" I said something like, "Sorry." because seriously, WTF is that answer. Then he said in a very aggressive, honestly, mostly angry voice, "You're just interested in how much money I make? Is that it?" I was so taken aback. I just said, "Okay," down my drink, and walked out. I just got back and I told my flatmate about it, who is also male. His perspective is that he's been out with girls who are just interested in his money and that maybe it was a sensitive point for the guy. And I should have clarified that I was asking out of interest rather than walking out. My point of view is that it's a normal question you ask when you meet someone for the first time, and that his response was a red army of flags, and walking out was the right call. Am I the asshole? Absolutely not. Absolutely not. Because if I don't know you and I'm asking you what you do, like, how you know I ain't got my own money?
Yeah. And it seemed like his vibe was just off.
It had to be
Yeah.
because on our first date, I asked you what you did.
Right.
And, as I always tell you, I clarified your job is like a big boy job, like adult job, because I
Mhm.
was still working at Lowe's. So, I mean, I asked because I was interested, but I feel like that's just how you make conversation, wrong or right.
Right. This is how you make conversation.
So that's weird. Like, I probably would have walked out too. If it was aggressive, I probably would have been like, yeah, I'm blocked. Blocked on everything. Like, we good here.
Yeah, it sounded like he had an attitude too.
Ew. So, I
Like,
mean,
why did you just ask me that?
right.
Like it was the wrong thing to ask.
Like, oh, jump down somebody's throat. Would you be offended if somebody asked you, like, what you do? I mean, I understand that in today's generation, yeah, it's about the money some of the time, but I don't feel
Yeah,
like you should judge a book by its
yeah,
cover.
and that. How about being honest too?
You could be a bum.
Right.
Like, I asked what you do, you could be unemployed.
Yeah. Some people like personality.
Yes.
So
But, like, I need to know that you are not sitting on your couch for 8 hours a day. I need to know that you actually working. So I'm asking you what you do. It's a topic of conversation. Maybe I
nobody,
want to get into your field.
nobody's saying you gotta be white collar.
No,
I'm not
I'm just
saying that.
curious. Just to know. Okay, moving on to yet another topic. Who puts more effort into a new relationship? Bae, a man or a woman?
Definitely a man.
Shut up! Really?
Yes.
Really?
Really.
Back that up because for why? Why do you feel that way?
Uh. Well, I feel like for me,
You feel like you put
if
more effort into our relationship
I mean,
when we first started dating? Be
I
honest.
feel like yeah, because
Really?
well, like I said, our situation different. We set you know goals
Yeah.
at the beginning, what we are looking for and everything. So I didn't really have to work too hard to impress you. We just it kind of just clicked off of normal conversation, you
Yeah.
know.
And I'm also not like super, I'm not high maintenance.
Right.
Like for real. I'm not like Ruth Chris or nothing, like I'm like, oh, we going somewhere to eat? Cool.
Yeah.
Let's
And
go eat.
I kind of feel like some men, and I know like myself, I love hard. So I know if I really like you, I'll put in extra effort up front, you know. And the thing is, obviously, you got to maintain the same effort. Got to do whatever it is to get her, to keep her, you know.
Yeah. So, okay, what's considered more effort in a relationship, in a new relationship for a man? Like, because I would say, I mean, I don't know. I feel like it's walking a really fine line because as a female, our effort is more on the emotional side. To me, it's the like wake up in the morning, good morning text, good night text.
Yeah.
Have you eaten today? How's your day been? Is there anything I can do to make your day better?
Yeah. It's more
Type stuff.
feelings. More feelings.
I feel like maybe with men, a lot of the effort comes from like the physical
Material.
dating. Well, like not the material, but literally like the dating. Like physically, I'm taking you out, I'm pursuing you. So I'm paying for this, I'm paying for that.
Yeah.
We going here, we going there. But devil's advocate, when we were dating and we took our first like away trip, I wouldn't let you pay for everything. Like we split the hotel down the middle
Yeah.
because I didn't want you to have to pay for, like, you know what I'm saying? Like I
Mm-hmm.
wanted to. I was down for going out of town, but I didn't want to feel like, I was dependent on you for everything. And also, I don't know, like I was raised as one of those, I got my own money. I
Yeah.
can do this too, you know what I'm saying? So
But if I was doing it, it was because I wanted to. And you remember you were still in school too.
I was in school. I
Yes.
was I was oh, I was doing a lot. I was doing a lot. So, I mean, do you feel like men only have to put in like minimal effort for a female? Or, better question, do you feel like sometimes the effort that they put in is just for them to literally get the girl, and then after that it's like, boom, I got you. So I ain't gotta do nothing else.
Yeah. It can go both ways. But nowadays you see more, I just got you. So now I ain't gotta do nothing else. We just gonna go with the flow.
So have you ever put in the effort just to get something that you want?
Yes.
Trifling. No.
Oh man. Oh man. We're just gonna leave it at that. Oh man.
Respect for being honest.
Yes.
I I'm trying to think. In a female's way, like I feel like if we're putting in effort, it could potentially it could be because we like you a lot.
Mm-hmm.
It could be because we might want something you got.
Yeah.
Um, it could be an end goal. I've seen it all. I've been in a situation where I'm putting in effort because I wanted to be in a relationship with this person that was not ready for a relationship. So in my mind, I was like, oh, I could change that.
Hmm.
You know,
Yeah.
it didn't work out that way. Well, actually, it did work out that way later on when I decided that I did not want a relationship anymore. And it seems like it always happens that way, but there was an end goal. Now, with you, I feel like I put in effort because you put in effort. Like from jump, you were putting in the effort too. And once again, our situation is different because it's not like he was pursuing me from like as a stranger. He knew me.
Yes.
So we were getting to know each other all over again, but the effort was there. Like I remember a lot of our dates. I remember, waking up one morning and being like, I want to go to Petty Jean, but I wonder if he'll go with me. And texting you and not telling you where we were going, but just being like, hey, you trust me?
Yes.
And you're like, yeah. And I'm like, okay, put on some stuff that you don't mind getting dirty, some tennis shoes,
Let's do it.
and I'm going to take you somewhere. I could have been kidnapping you. You trusted me so much.
Well, I felt like I could help mom, but yeah.
I could have been taking you away, sir. But I mean, in all honesty, like like everybody has an end goal, right? If they're pursuing, whether it's like
Yeah.
the goal of being with you or to get something from you, there's always like an end
It's
goal.
the end goal. Definitely the end goal.
I feel that. I do feel that. Okay, so because we have a little time, I say that we do one more.
Right.
And I actually really like this one. So it's a two-parter. So is it really that easy for men to just turn their feelings on and off?
Yeah,
But
you're
why?
married to one.
Psych,
I,
what?
it's just I don't know, like you say, when I'm just not, you know, I have these moments where just not interested, and I just be nonchalant.
Oh, yes, and it drives me insane. So, like, why, sir? Why?
Just cut it off, and
How do y'all have a switch? Like, how is that a thing? Do you just, like, in your brain be like, I'm not dealing with this no more? And just, like, completely turn off all emotion? That's not
I don't know.
healthy.
And I would say it's a man thing, but I really don't even know.
Well,
To
I
be
think
honest,
it could potentially be a whole a male species thing because I don't now I don't get me wrong, I do know females who can turn their feelings on and off. I am one of them, but with you is different. Like we're married, so it's really hard for me to turn my feelings on and off with you
yeah,
because like we married now, I'm sensitive, so if you're being nonchalant, you gonna hurt my feelings. Hence why I come in and I be like, "What's wrong with you? Why your face look like that?" But you can sincerely like I mean like it's a switch. You can go so can you really go from caring about somebody one day to not caring about them like literally flipping that switch and just being like, "All right, cool, done with the whole entire thing." I know
well,
you couldn't do that with me because we
yeah.
like you welcome to death row. You
I ain't
too
gonna
deep
never
in
stop
this
caring
now.
about you. But you fall into that moment where you just need the space and you just need to take a step back. Yeah, you just I ain't gonna say ignore you, but just kind of step away, dodge you a little bit.
So what does that mean? Like what does dodging mean? Does that mean like ghosting? Like is that the same thing as taking a break
No,
or
I'm talking about it as in I don't want to talk right now.
but see when I wanted to do that at the beginning of this relationship, that used to drive you insane. If you wanted to talk about it right then and I was like, nah, give me a beat, you would give me like 3 minutes and come back and be like,
3 minutes too long.
you ready to talk about it now?
That's too long.
I did not know. Sincerely, he's sitting here talking about how you learned something new about your partner. I did not know you had a switch. I knew that I know that you are like you have emotions.
Hmm.
You are very in touch with your emotions, but I had
Yes.
no idea that there was a switch to where you could just be like, nope, turn it off. I'm not dealing with it no more.
Yeah.
That is something. I learned something new tonight. So the second part of this is, do men believe it when women say that they are 100% completely done with you?
Do we believe it? Not at first.
What keeps you from believing that a woman is completely done? Like in the
Mm,
beginning.
you talking about like beginning, or kind of
Yeah,
like
well, like okay, say that we've been together for I don't know, like almost a year
almost a year? Oh yeah, 100%.
and I'm like I'm fed up
Not
with
done.
you. I don't want to do this no
Nope.
more.
I don't believe it.
Is
A
that
year is
because
a long time, and I
to
feel
stay with somebody?
yes, and I feel like the a year is enough time for feelings to be
Like
right there. Oh yeah,
solidified.
100%. So
So
if after a year I was like, I'm done, what does that look like for you? Does that look like you like giving me space and then coming back
Yes.
like and sliding,
Giving you
trying to?
space, giving you space, and I'm gonna tell you straight up. I'm just gonna be like, no, I don't believe you. I was like, you're just gonna throw this amount of time away.
So you would legit say I don't believe you?
Yeah,
That's
100%,
interesting. Because a lot of men will just be like, okay.
and just be done with it.
No, a lot of men will just be like, okay. Like they won't straight up tell you like I don't believe what you're saying. I think that's a lie. They'll just be like, all right, and then a couple days later you hear from them to, I guess, start it all over again. I, speaking from personal experience, um, was like the queen of situationships in college and would swear up and down that I was done with somebody and then would go right back to that person because I really don't want to call it a comfort thing,
Mm-hmm.
but I think it was just like that was all I knew. And it's hard to start over with a new person. Jesus, like I don't want to tell nobody else what my favorite color is or what I like to do for fun. Like I don't want to do all that. I don't want to go through that again. So I personally, I don't believe that a woman is done when they say they're done either. If they're done, like truly done, and they mean it, you had to do something real messed up. Like
Yeah.
you had to do something that was just like there's no coming back from it. And I'm not even talking about cheating. You could have hurt her emotionally to the point where she's like, all right, I'm fed up and I don't want to deal with you no more.
Yeah, I talked to her crazy or something.
And I'm trying in my head to think if I've ever gotten to that point with you. And I think I did at the very beginning of our relationship when we were still trying to figure things out
Yeah.
and like schedules weren't adding up. You know, like we were seeing each other, but there were conflicts. And I tell you all the time, I tell people this all the time, you tried to break up with me and I wouldn't let you. I was going to be like, okay, done with it. But the reason why I think we kept in communication is because you didn't let up. Like you were just like, okay, you're angry now, but I'll talk to you tomorrow.
Yeah.
And then you would reach out. You reached out and tried to talk about something else. And I'm like, if you don't want to talk about what I want to talk about, then we ain't got nothing to talk about. Period. And we actually communicated and got to a common ground. But I think I was ready to be done at that point because once you go through so much,
Yeah.
you get tired of getting fed up with the same stuff and giving it energy. So eventually you just be like, all right, you know, you want to be done, be done. You don't want to be with me, don't be with me.
I don't know. I think it was more for me. Everything we talked about from the first date, and I was just like, all right, so this girl is really serious about me. So just I ain't gonna say scared, but just thinking about like it is someone that I could see spending the rest of my life with.
Mm-hmm.
So it was just that shit can spook you a little bit.
Really?
Yeah.
But you were so ready for a family and like
Yeah.
your future life. So I can't. You never told me that. Like I didn't,
It's
cause
just
you never told me that. You never communicated that with me. And I asked you. Niggas be lying. I asked you because you hadn't been in a serious relationship in years.
yeah.
So it was basically like starting over with a new person and trying to figure out how exactly you were going to make it work. So this person didn't just be like, all right, dipping, I'm out, I'm leaving.
Yeah. I came to my senses though.
That's crazy. That's real crazy. I don't know. I feel like we as females would love to say that we're done and mean it
Yeah.
and not go back. but
Too much feeling involved.
well, personally, there's always a bounce back period. Whether you want to admit it or not, on somebody's end, there's always a bounce back period. Because it's what you know,
Right.
and it's the feelings that you have developed for this person. So, how could you not? Like we always say, if it ever ended up not working out with us, you just said not too long ago, like you would still be like, nah, let's try to work it out. Or even if we were like co-parenting, that you would still come back and be like, what's up?
Oh yeah. Yeah. Is it that's the thing about feelings, man.
Can't get rid of them
Right.
super easily.
Right.
That's
And
crazy.
like if you were to split up, that's why it takes people so long to get over that person.
Yep.
And that's what keeps them coming back.
True. Which, 'tis another topic that we will discuss later on down the line.
Yeah. It's a real good one.
So, we got these for y'all. We're going to try to drop them every week, but Lord, we're married, we work, we have a child. It's a lot, y'all.
Patience.
Please, patience. But it's something that we are serious about, that we decided that we wanted to do. So show love, show support. If you agree or disagree, we want to hear it. Be all in the comment section if it's something that you want us to talk about, because I love for that to come from the outside. Something that y'all would like to hear us talk about. Any experiences that you have, we would love to hear them. So these will be posted on YouTube. And yeah, thank y'all for listening.
Thank y'all for listening. We appreciate you. And like she said, we just want to hear what y'all have to say. Any more topics, just let us know.
All right. So look forward to hearing from us very soon.
All right, y'all. Peace out.
Peace.